I'm here with Peyton Cox today.
Hello.
What is today's the 12th?
Today is the 14th.
Oh, why does this say? What is this?
I don't know.
Oh.
You asked me to grab that.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
My
anyways. But anyways, yeah, back again at it. Stoked to get this going. So hopefully the new podcast format will pretty much be the same as the original Thai Talk, but we're gonna have a lot of hopefully musician side period. It's gonna be still the randomness of normal. Were you on any of the other ones before? I don't remember.
No, I wasn't.
Did you could say no if you haven't listened to the other ones. Have you listened to any of the
I
other
actually
crap that I have?
Yeah. I'm a big podcast fan.
Yeah, and I like the open forum stuff.
Yeah.
So the main thing is, hopefully, if anything's weird with the audio and whatnot, or the people that actually do this, please comment. You could tell how terrible it is. Trying something different. We're using basically I've got like a multi-band this time versus just kind of going direct into my interface. So we'll see how this goes. But no, it's a big trial. New equipment, new stuff. Got the cool little America flag. This table's very unsafe.
It's so unsafe.
Hopefully nothing spills. Yeah, these stars are annoying. This is shout out to Maddie, because she left this. I think this was her blanket. It's a America blanket, very patriotic.
I've definitely used it before to stay warm.
It's a good blanket.
It's a good one.
But anyways, back to Peyton Cox. It's not about me or anything like that. But hopefully coming up soon, I'm hopefully doing at least get two of these a week out, or not a week, 2 of these a month for you guys, and then we'll see what happens from there, depending on demand and what I can get in and what I can't. But like I said, here with Peyton Cox. So our main thing is what instruments do you play, or do you want to claim as the instruments that you usually do?
Okay. So, like, my main focus, like, my primary instrument is drums. It has been for 12 years. Like, that's what I play. That's my go-to. Next, I guess, would be bass. I don't know.
You still playing on the same gear you've had, like, with like the dark glass and whatnot?
Oh, my God, yeah. And I'm still loving it. I use it for everything. I mean, everything bass.
I mean, you could use it for guitar, too, for, like, the gear stops. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have messed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And, not to self-promote my stuff, I do enjoy Kemper. It happens to be there. It looks beautiful. It's making flashy noises. But, yeah, the dark glass I've ran, sometimes my guitar through it, it's interesting. I guess that's a weird, with some of my students I've done work with, basically he's telling me about, they run their guitars through a bass amp. And he does, like, weird surfer stuff. I don't know. It's that kind of music.
Weird surfer rock.
I guess it's kind of like punk.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure exactly what it falls under. But anyways, I was talking about that and going on with, so you can run, I knew you could run bass amps with that. The good old gent community.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
They don't have.
Yeah, I don't play that.
Many of that. But who knows? Maybe you can be like, hey, I'm going to do some gent bass.
Gent bass. I'm sure it's not hard.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that. Sorry, genters.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole point of this, too, is to hate on other music and what we think is good or not good, and then have someone tell us we're wrong or prove us wrong or blah, blah, blah.
You've always told me to not worry about offending anyone.
Yeah, I don't care.
Because you're going to offend someone anyway.
It's good PR. I mean, if people agree with you, it's no fun. I like having arguments.
Yeah.
Especially if I don't
true.
believe in the cause, I'll just argue.
Right.
But anyways, back to that. So playing bass, drums.
Yeah. I did pick up guitar a year before. And I started playing with Josh. Miss you, Josh. We all miss Josh.
Yeah, I'll make sure I talk to him every so often. He's a busy man.
Yeah, so I've played that. Gonna be 2 years in July. But still, like, the best thing I'm at is drums. Drums all the way. Yeah.
So going along with that, what is, like, because we'll get to your band stuff and whatnot, but, like, what do you enjoy forte-wise? Like, we can talk to this, but everyone else, unless they already know you, then they know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
But
what I like to play would be more in, like, that indie rock genre, I guess. Yeah. Starting to lean towards metal a little bit. I'm doing a lot of, like, double bass drum work recently, but yeah, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, that's for sure. I need new drum heads, which will definitely help that double bass stuff.
Get the, like, super tight ones.
That's the plan.
I was talking to you about that. I want to try the. Now this way we can go in and out of music nerdery.
Yeah.
The hydraulic heads. I no longer have a working set, but that's what I was going to experiment with until. Then I'm just like, it's taking too much space, and I can do other stuff.
Yeah, those hydraulic heads are really cool.
Yeah, I haven't played with them yet. Like, is it dead? Not dead, but
it makes it sound like it's already processed. Like you've already run through like, every plugin, EQ, whatever. So it's already kind of a dead sound, and then, it's got that layer of oil in the middle, but.
Do you do a top and a bottom layer of that?
No, just the top. Yeah, the bottom still needs to be that.
What if you did a top and bottom layer? Would it be like
that
super
would be
dead?
the deadest drum I've ever heard.
It could be all, I don't know. I don't even know what that would.
Just boom.
Yeah, I don't know where that would go with the.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be really good for. I don't know, like, probably kind of indie. Like having a sloppy snare, like just.
Yeah, I feel
There's
like
no other way to
a
say
lot of
it.
the stuff that you would have for your, I think one of the cameras shut off. You had a blip.
Yeah.
Yep, I don't know what it's doing.
Uh-oh.
Trial and process. I don't know. Maybe it's confused, but hopefully one of the other ones. So we're hoping to have video. We being me. I'm hoping to have video attached to this, so we'll see what happens here. This is a good trial of the new equipment we have, so apologies ahead of time. Or no apologies, because I really don't care, because I want to get this out here. But I do care. But, no, I'm going with that. With indie, like anything indie in general, because my lack thereof knowledge is introduced through students, and then I'm like, what is this? And I try not to say garbage.
No.
But some of it I listen to, and sorry if you really like indie. Some of it's garbage.
Some of it is.
When you're like I'm gonna play 3 chords, and then I'm gonna play those 3 chords backwards,
and then again, and
then kind of go like, I don't. What are these noises? I don't. I'm gonna pass on that.
It's a lot of reverb, delay, and
like I get it.
Feelings. It's a lot of feelings. You gotta have the feelings.
So I don't know. And some of the music that's popular out there, I don't. I get it.
Yeah.
But like indie, which I've talked about before with other people, it seems like it's like 13 to 21.
Yeah.
And like not to, some people that we work with as whatever it is. It's I'm not going to say lack of creativity, but it's simplistic. And
it can be, yeah.
It's and even they're like, well, actually, it's not. I'm not saying all of it, but I have yet to hear. And I'm not saying you need to do some sort of weird time signature proggy, but that's the whole point of it. What's the point of indie?
The point of indie is like feelings.
Yes,
feelings.
So
get your feelings out there.
Yeah, and it's the same. Even with anything else, it was like even like the metal world. I was like, well, there's a lot of feelings in it. That's a whole nother, a deeper kind of going into it. I was like, what I constitute good metal and not good metal.
Yeah, I could see that. But you get also talk about like mystical creatures and stuff.
Yeah, that's nonsense. So like, just go into power metal and whatnot, which I always joked around. I was like, we need to do a work group power metal band.
I forgot what you called that.
Yeah, this is mine, so it's in the workings. Well, we'll put it up later.
# mine.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. There's a lot of random stuff, but no, going on with that or whatnot. So why? Is there any specific reason you chose indie? Because some people are like, hey, I like doing that kind of music because it's easy. I mean, granted, if you were making millions of dollars and stuff, then yes, I would do indie also.
Okay.
So change color, by the way, if you didn't realize that.
What?
When they get cold, they change colors.
Oh, yeah. These cups are cool. I mean, they're...
I mean, if you're like, well, it is kind of easy. There's no...
Yeah, it can be. Like, it definitely can be. But
you still have to write it though, so that's why I'm not really saying. Easy.
Yeah, and like depending on the instrument too, like and genre, any instrument could be easy.
Yeah, well, I would say even metal because that's my weird.
Right.
There's a lot of easy stuff.
But I don't know. I kind of do personally like the feelings behind the songs, not necessarily like the love songs, but just like just about life and stuff, But like that's the stuff that I like to play. What I like to listen to, is definitely different. And I'm trying to learn how to play the stuff that I like to listen to, because obviously that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I gotta just keep practicing to be able to play like that.
So that's a nonstop thing with that. Most of the, not saying okay, I'm that great. It's like most of the stuff I listen to, I can play that I want. But then there's times where I'm like, okay, I want to.
Right, you gotta sit down with it and like figure it out.
But I'm just like a walking conundrum. People are like asking, they're like, oh yeah, like what do you want? Like, well, I wanted some Behemoth, and then Behemoth, if you don't know that is that you can correct me if I'm wrong, they're Polish black metal. Then I'll go to Jamiroquai. So yeah, I know some of the people that are listening love Jamiroquai, like my buddy Ben. It's good stuff. And then I'll go to like funk, and then I'll go other
metal.
Yeah, and I'll go back to metal, and then I'll go to Chili Peppers. So it basically is, it's all over the place. But yeah, I've got your main wheelhouse. But no, I'm looking for more. I don't know, even the composition wise, because we'll kind of look at that.
Yeah.
Looking even when I'm doing stuff, I like that cross genre. That's why I'm still like a huge. Which I don't know if they're doing anything anymore. 12-Foot Ninja. I keep pushing that on everybody.
Yeah, you do.
About them because they're a great multi everything. Like this is weird. I'm like, isn't it great? But going on that wise, when it comes to like writing wise and your like I figure I know how I can write indie because basically we can go into just, hey, all right, we're gonna write in the key of G, and then we're gonna do our 1-4 and then throw in a 6, and
maybe a 5.
Yeah,
back
is
to
there?
1.
Do you? Because I've went back and forth with this with other instructors and going whatever. It's like I have an understanding of theory very well.
Yeah.
But I don't like using theory to figure out songs, which goes along with the feel of things.
Right.
But there's a rhyme and reason to it why you should know the theory because it helps write.
Right. It teaches you how to break the rules. That's what I keep telling everybody. So my instructor, I went to him and I was like, hey, I want to, learn how to make chord progressions more interesting because I felt like I was just kind of sticking with the same maybe like groove or progression or whatever. And I'm like, I hate this. And so now, what he's taught me and reminded me from music school, I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know how to apply that because, no one wants to pay attention to anything in music theory in college ever. But now I'm like, oh, I totally get it. You just do this, and that's why it sounds the way it does. Ta-da.
Yeah. And even that, I was like, well, I know what this chord is because I write some fucky chords. And I need to put explicit on this thing now. Damn it. Fuck. I already said it once, so I'm going to say it a bunch of times because I can now.
Shit.
Yeah, when we were running through one of the songs that I did I use the theory, but then I break every goddamn rule as we go. And then even with Eddie and whatnot, when he goes and look, he's like, how did you write that? Or he's like, I love it. I was like, I don't know. I just started putting notes together because I know this is within a minor scale, but then I hit it chromatically through that. But then I don't know why I keep changing. Well, yeah, I changed the root notes of what would be. So music nerdery alert again. What would be a normal 1-3-5? Well, I'm taking the chord itself, like making it a diminished chord, and then taking the 3 and put that at the root, and then moving stuff in weird places. So when people that are good at chords can't figure out what the hell I just played, I'm like, I don't know. This sounded good, right? I know this is a root of this chord, so it's some sort of weird inversion.
And now we're in a different key and now a different mode. Oh no.
And then I drop into this specific key sometimes when I'm writing stuff. So kind of going on with that wise, do you, to plug what you're doing, do you have you get Instas or Twitter or anything like that so they're interested of what's going on with that?
I have.
And I'll put the links somewhere here, maybe here or here or here, but just look down there. We'll see how much time I can edit with this, assuming if the video's not here, we're pointing in different directions, by the way.
So I'll mention like my personal one and then my main band, but I have like other accounts and other bands and projects and stuff. So my personal one is the first 4 letters of my name, so Peyt, and then my last name, Cox, Cox. That's for Twitter, Instagram, like, that for everything. And I did that on purpose so that, you could just @ me and find me everywhere. And then my band is called This Happy Crisis. We actually got that from a Vine.
Oh, nice. I'll put that on. We'll have the link there somewhere here so you can click on that.
I have to check, but I think it's This Happy Crisis Band.
You can pull out the phone if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think. Let me look really quick. I feel bad I don't remember.
While she's searching, if you're wondering what we're drinking, we're drinking some mimosas currently. So orange juice. I'm drinking, what is it? I forgot the brand. Asti Martini and Rossi was good.
Ta-da!
I plan on hopefully every podcast having some sort of new brew or drink with whatever they guess. If they don't drink, then too fucking bad. I'll be partaking.
I don't really drink, but this was a special occasion.
Yes, good stuff.
But okay, so on pretty much all social media, This Happy Crisis is the tag.
Is it all one word? Or?
It's all one word, but like obviously, the band name, This Happy Crisis. Yeah, I like that. I like what I'm doing and everything, and it's a lot different than what I'm used to. So that's pretty cool.
So it's you got it off of a Vine?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm behind. I don't do social stuff.
So there's this.
I mean, I do social stuff, I guess, but I'm not on. Not hip.
I don't know. I guess you could link it, whatever, down below or whatever. It's this Vine where this girl is just like going around saying "Happy Christmas, Merry Crisis" and all this stuff. It's so stupid, but the 3 of us like joke about it all the time, and we couldn't think of a band name, and all of a sudden I was like, This Happy Crisis, duh. And that's pretty much how we came up with the band name.
As long as it works. I mean, any of the other stuff, I have the stuff that project wise, I don't know how we just kind of come up with it.
Yeah. Same with my last band in college. Like we came up with it because we were all drunk and throwing things around. So
it's usually good. I mean, I'm not against that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best creative stuff is under some sort of influence of things. There is no right or wrong. So whatever you feel like doing with stuff like that. But so going on with that for at least the writing process wise or whatnot, difficulty wise when you write, or does it kind of come easy? Is it a group effort? You can call people out if you want. If you want to. No. I'm not calling anyone out. But is there any weak members that?
No, I think like the 3 of us all have something special to bring to the table, which is really why we gave this band a chance. It started out with just me and Taylor, which we still have our side project, just link that below.
Y'all make sure to hopefully I remember to get all that before.
Like Taylor and I just started playing together, we really connected with everything. The whole just writing process went really easily, even if we were just doing covers. And then Rachel just started writing stuff, and I was helping her out with it.
Like music or like arrangements of chord stuff? Or
no, she... So, it's this one song. I don't want to give you or give anyone any details yet of what it is, but because like I don't know if we're gonna keep the title of it or whatever. Or
you could just give what it's about and then never actually write the song that you're doing. I've done that before.
It's about her significant other, but so she started writing that. It was really cool, and then we were just all collectively like, let's start this band. And yeah. Then we were sitting around one day, like, what do we do? Where do we start? And I'm like, let's just cover a Christmas song. Like, let's, what else should we do? Cover a Christmas song. Like, that would be fun. Everyone knows Christmas songs, like, and so we started doing that, released that, and now we're writing stuff that is completely different than the Christmas stuff. Like, completely different. Yeah,
I have nothing to. When I write, I just write. I don't, like once the solo stuff I do in the band, usually, it's a weird writing thing. But excuse me. Yeah, I just write. I just write it. This is what this feels like to me, which is good because what I'm doing, there's no constraints at all. I don't have a specific genre. I don't have anything to tailor to, and which is weird. Kind of going on with that. In your thought wise, does genre specific writing matter to you, or do you think if you go outside your genre, does it push you out of your genre?
So
I guess
there's going to be a lot of people that might disagree with me. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't really care. People disagree with what I do.
Honestly, like, and I've been trying to tell. tell my band this, like, as long as the album is cohesive, like, that's what matters, because that's kind of like the era that you're in at the time, because oh my God, there's so many bands out there that, like, started, like, super pop punk, and now they're doing this weird, like, shoegaze thing.
I don't know what a shoegaze is.
Shoegaze. So what I've been told is shoegaze is that.
By the way, I'm not.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
We'll make sure not to have. Sorry, just do a knee slapper.
So what I think,
these go up and down too. If you want a little.
That's
bit,
good to
lower.
know.
You want some higher. You got a little bit of.
Shoegaze is like you got a bunch of pedals, and you're basically just like looking at your pedal board because you're switching like all your pedal settings during the song. That's what I think it is.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
The main point,
I don't think I've seen it, but no, I'm believing it.
The main point though is like I've seen a lot of bands start out like really super aggressively like pop punk and just completely switching to like a different genre 4 albums in or whatever. So yeah, I think it's more important that the era, the album itself is cohesive. It's one complete thought, as opposed to everything just being the same genre, because it does get boring after a while.
Yeah, I don't like, like even, my music and some hopefully, which I'll self-plug later. But no, a lot of it, I do storytelling. Yeah. So basically in music-wise or anything like that, so that the matter what it is. So no, the main thing is it could be different feelings going through there as opposed to
not necessarily else. Like conceptual. Yeah, kind of conceptual, but just I keep calling it an era because that's what I feel like it is. Because you're just like in this sort of like headspace at the time.
So I'm gonna top you off.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. Give you room for some orange juice because I'm drinking way faster than you are. Cause I'm thirsty,
I know. I'm a sipper.
I
casually sip.
Soon. I mean, this is wine technically. It's not made in champagne. Anyways.
But yeah. That's how I feel. But like the whole writing process, going back to that, it's really all of us. I will say that like the song that I was working on before I got here, like I've mostly written the music for it, if not all of it. But like Taylor and Rachel are really great at writing lyrics. So I'm I'm thankful for that because like I'm one of those people that like I'll not write a good lyric or a lyrically good song for a long time, and then all of a sudden I come out with this like amazing thing, and then like my mind is dormant for a while.
Is it write a lyric or write a lyrics? Like what if you write a singular? I write a lyric.
A lyric. I guess that could be I don't know, like one line.
Know. Someone figure that out.
I don't know.
I also pose questions. I'm not a linguist. I make up words that sound correct.
Yeah. Dealy.
Yeah, dealies. I guess. Yeah, I'm a one-liner thing, or just like phrases.
A one-liner
people
dealie.
Like. I don't know. What was my last phrase that I came up? Not to segue out of this. It was just something else I said. You're like, what? Okay. I said something.
I don't know. It's something ridiculous, though. Yeah, you need to write a book of like John-isms.
This is what I just made this up today. Anyways, going back to the writing stuff and whatnot. Yeah, no, I guess, yeah, it varies on. Obviously, you could look at what you need to achieve on it, but even that, I don't know. I get to make that a little bit further, or embellish that on more of, I guess, what is your ultimate? Is it a story-based lyric? Because I've talked to you about this before. About, do you literally say what you mean? Do you cryptically say what you mean, or do you specifically state it so you get the kind of get a little grim here? So, but when someone takes the lyrics wrong, they're like, "Oh, you want me to kill myself?" Yeah, one of those things.
So I try really, really hard to make it very elusive and like double meaning, like
double entendre.
Yes, that. I mean, but I've noticed that I like to say things just directly, which I don't.
So what's your favorite currently, common theme wise? What is it? I don't know. What is your overall? It could be you or anything like that. If you want to be open about how you're writing it, I'm not even getting at a specific point because there's certain things I like to write about it.
So the EP that we're currently writing is, and this Happy Crisis, by the way.
Links down there.
Yes.
Down there being in the stuff.
Writing, you know, what comes easy, especially in pop music, love, the love songs, but not necessarily love. It's, you know, all forms of it. You know,
so sexually explicit lyrics. We'll just that's it.
Yeah,
that's just gonna write. You'll just be very literal.
which is I don't usually write like that. I'll have like some couplets or one-liners or somewhere in my like, you know, journal of lyrics, but I don't just like straight up go, okay, this line's about sex. This line's about sex. This, you know, and.
That's how I write. I specifically this line here, sex.
Yeah.
This line here, sex with me. So
you look good, or this feels good. Yeah. I don't write like that.
I feel like you can get away with that in pop. And basically even with this, my mom watched our podcast too, which is hilarious.
Hi, Mom.
Stuff like that. And parents, so I was like, whatever, they know we talk stupid. But no, like, exactly that. In metal, I don't think you can get. Well, you can probably. It's just weird. But like literally, like an Adam Levine song, I forgot what song it was. He's literally talking about.
I'm praying on you tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to masturbate when I go home. I was like, you basically literally said that. I was like, only Adam Levine could say that. If someone else is like, ew.
Yeah, he got in trouble, or I shouldn't. He got in trouble with like, I think a lot of women with that Animal song.
Whatever, he's Adam Levine. I mean,
I know.
You're just jealous women that you're not Adam Levine. Because there's dudes that want Adam Levine, apparently. I was like, yeah. So they're like, oh my God, he can't say that. I'm like, he's Adam Levine. Does he care? No.
Probably not.
You know how many other women? And he's like, this sounds very sexist by John. That's the truth. Guaranteed, if there's a strophe and they're like, you, come with me tonight. They're going to be like, yes, Adam. And they're not going to be like, no.
You're the Ricky Gervais. Is that how you say his last name? Gervais? Yeah, you're Ricky Gervais.
I love his Ricky Gervais. His last monologue, not going political, but it was fantastic. Calling people out on their bullshit. But it's just the reality. That's what's funny. That's why I listen to a lot of the comedians' podcasts.
I mean, you just speak the truth.
There's nothing wrong with that. I was like, sometimes it's kind of like, it hurts. I was like, not really. That's why it's funny.
Yeah. You listen to a lot of stuff that's like, I guess to the not average listener would sound like it's really bad, but it's not.
That's why I think I like a lot of the comedians that push the limits, like your
What do you
Tom
call
Segura's.
it? It's like out of context.
Oh yeah, if you take it out of context, awful.
Oh yeah.
And that's like I'll say like that's like 99% of what they're doing to comedians these days. Like,
right.
They don't set up any of the build up, and then they say the one line.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, he's a racist. No, if you look at everything he just said beforehand, he's literally making fun of himself.
part of the joke.
Yeah, or even females. It doesn't really matter that you've had. I don't really know. I think I know a couple lesbian comedians that I like. I don't really know. I just listen to comedians. I can care less.
Tig Notaro. Tig Notaro.
See,
she's funny.
I think there's a lot of them I've listened.
So funny.
Yeah, I think I've listened to them. I was like, oh, that makes sense that they are. But I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, see, the funny thing about her, so there's this like little web. I don't know. Is it a webisode? I don't know. But it's this thing on YouTube, and it's her like with random star or like famous people, because apparently she doesn't know anybody. Like, she doesn't watch TV or whatever, and it's her just like guessing these famous people.
That's pretty good.
And it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I love it because she has no idea. Yeah. Yeah.
I have to look into that more. And it's literally like I think, and that's everyone's kind of got like the different taste of like comedy and stuff like that. If it sounds funny, I don't care.
She kind of has a little bit of dry humor, but like it's I don't know. I like it. It's funny.
Some of the dark stuff I really do like.
Yeah.
Like I don't know enough about comedy, but like was it the I guess the alt room stuff where it's like I don't know, it's got weird comedy, kind of like your who would I say here? Why can't I think of anyone right now?
Because you're on the spot.
I was like, I want to talk about this specific person.
Yeah.
But even that, like the Tim and Eric show, I don't get it. That for me, I don't find it funny.
I don't think I've ever watched. Yeah.
Some people like it. I'm not a
Comment
huge fan
below.
of it. Yeah, I was just like, if you find anything like that you find super funny, I am down now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like my favorite comedian.
Oh, Eric Andres, that's another one. That's like I don't know if that's alt room, but I get some of it's funny, but for me, I don't get that.
I've never watched him.
I like Between Two Friends though, the one with Zach Galifianakis where he's got the celebs on. Now, granted, they are in on it a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's like one of the few awkward, like you really love The Office. I'm halfsies. There's times where I like The Office, but I'm just like,
I'm all about The Simpsons though. Like Simpsons all day, every day. Like Simpsons. Period.
I'm still a huge South Park. I like because they go after everything.
I seriously like to this day. I think I've maybe watched one complete episode.
Like they're hit or miss now. Like if they're good, because they do like episodic versus just episode per episode, not episodic, series based. So it kind of goes into that. I like more of the episodic, where it's just like here's what happened in the news last week, and now it's funny.
Right, and SNL does that.
Yeah,
every week now, which I don't think is funny anymore.
I don't know. I haven't watched SNL in a long time.
They're just beating a dead horse at this point. Yeah. It's not funny.
And I don't like when people just get overly political. Yes, I know you don't like this or you don't like that.
Right.
I don't. Can we kind of just keep that out of the
talk about
bring in
else.
a joke with whatever you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then just kind of move on to it. That's why, like, even that, when I come to music, like, I there's a time and a place for stuff like that, but I do not like politics, religion, or anything like that. In music, I do. Some other people might, but I don't like touching any of that, be it whatever side.
Disturbed? Say what?
Yeah,
all they do is, like, political stuff. It's just always political now.
Yeah, and then, like, I don't know, like, kind of like, you can have, like, your Black Flag, that kind of
System
punk
of a
stuff
Down.
And the System of a Down. But I really like the System of a Down style because it's not very aimed at anyone specific.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the establishment itself. And I was like, I feel like, well, it's hypocritical. Why can you like that and not something else? If it's direct, you're like, I don't like this specific person. He's bad or she's bad. Okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. That's my biggest thing. Is the reason why we can do stuff like this and literally talk is it's literally the freedoms to do that. So I was like, I'm a big fan of that. But I want to say whatever I want and then see what happens. And it's much more entertaining to go through.
That was like the first thing I learned about you was
let's see
John's
what happens.
just going to say things and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's funny. We'll use that. Well, we're not going to say that again. But I was like, no, because then I don't like hiding behind a facade of this is me, this isn't me kind of thing like that. I don't like people that do that. And then you come across as super fake.
Yeah.
So,
I see that happening.
and like some people are like, well, like if it's a business sense, you're not going to come out and just say things if you're trying to get a client. But outside of that, I was like, whatever. But the being yourself has helped get me students randomly.
Yeah, I know.
So like I was just like, hey, this, you could do it, you keep it, whatever, dick with it, who cares? We want you. All right, I was just telling you. But yeah, okay, cool. I guess we're hey, these people want to sign up for lessons. So
yeah, I've seen that quite a bit with you for sure. Which I'm not mad about. That's for sure.
Most of it too. I was like, yeah, as long as everything's super professional, that's the main thing with that. I was like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with for music wise. I was like, that I don't tread on too many weird stuff. But no, it's just weird on even that, like what constitutes good music. No, I know that's opinion based.
Yeah. But yeah. There's a few bands out there that like people just collectively don't like though. And obviously Nickelback is one of them.
Yeah, I don't like Nickelback. Yeah. Especially Chad Kroeger.
Bowling for Soup. People, I mean, I feel like my age group maybe liked them a lot at the time because of like 1985 or whatever the song was. And then they became like this weird Chuck E. Cheese anthem people. They did a song for Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. I think, did I hear something about that? And I was like, what is this?
They did. And then it was like, it just became a joke for a while. And then now they're like kind of back-ish.
Like, I think I've definitely heard of that name, but I know nothing about them.
Bowling for Soup, really?
Yeah, I think I've heard. Unless it's like in the hard rock or maybe like funk or metal scene, I don't get a lot of access to it. It's just I don't have time to research into that.
Yeah.
And even that, not my real cup of tea, because based on what the name of the band is, probably some sort of indie or probably some sort of alternative that I'm not used to.
I don't really know who they were trying to be because at the time, it's like they wrote this song called Punk Rock 101. So I guess they were more so in the punk rock, like radio rock genre. Like their music played on Radio Disney. Like
maybe that's why I know that. I don't
know. Know what I mean? Like at some point their music started playing on like the kids' radio station.
I know the Shins very well. It's okay, try again. I know that like the back of my hand.
You know that, yes. You know that song really well now, which is honestly not a bad thing. It's not. Though. Like
if you watch the drummer in the video, though, so pissed off.
Oh God,
he's got to wear this stupid fucking hat, and he's just like.
There's some music videos that I've seen, like recently and years past, where like the drummer just never looks like they're having fun, and. Like,
unless you're in Green Day.
Honestly.
He always looks happy. I'm sure he could be on fire, and he's going to be like, yes, I'm playing the drums.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to call out
what is
any
that guy's
bands.
name? I don't know. I called bands. I do all the time.
I feel bad. I don't remember his name.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I know if you point like, who's that guy? I'm like, that's the drummer from Green Day. What's his name? I don't freaking know.
So many people are going to be mad that I don't know who it is.
Really? Is that a thing? Is that a thing in your genre you have to do?
Maybe it's just me being on the spot. I don't remember it. I know his name. I just can't think of it right now. But
here we go. This little fun little game here. When you have popular bands, you're like, oh shit, there's other people in it. Name other people than Keith Richards and like in the Stones. You're like,
That's what I was saying about Periphery the other day. I'm like, I don't know anyone in the band besides the drummer. That's it. That's the only person who matters in that whole band.
But I think you can definitely, if you have like your favorite bands, that you probably do know.
Right. Then you know every single person ever. Yeah. But other than that, there's only like the one or two people that you know, and it's most likely the lead singer.
Yeah, and
Pierce the Veil.
I think
Sleeping with Sirens.
I don't know. I know them. I'm personally not a fan of them because they're part of what I call the tainted genre when they came into this is metal. I was like, this is metal for everyone and someone between 13 and 21. So kind of going that way. Hey, you may like them, not hate them. Everyone likes what they want.
Metal. We gotta think of a better genre for that.
Like this is metal. I was like, hey, I was when Memphis Mayfire came out, they're like, I was like, hey, when it came out, I'm like, this is interesting. But then I listened to them more. I was like, wow, everything's triggered. And it's the same rhythm, the whole song. Oh, here's a new song. Or is it? Wait a second. So.
See, that's what I'm talking about too. Like the whole, like you're just writing the same album over and over again. Like that's what all of those bands did. Just wrote the same album over and over again, just different lyrics.
Only one band I don't care about, AC/DC. They can do whatever the hell they want, and I'll be happy to play the same songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Them, Bayside, they can write the same album over and over again, but, like, it's still interesting. It's still, like, new, but
I have no idea who that is. But that's why I'm having random people on, because I was like, show me new stuff to listen to, and I can judge if I like it or not.
Bayside. They're awesome, like...
Are they from the Bayside?
No.
Oh, let's see. That's just lying to people then.
No, they're not. But they're awesome. Why can't I think of where they're from?
Are they from like a well, the U.S. is pretty much landlocked. Are they from like North Dakota where there's no bay? That'd be even better.
No,
then I would like, yes, I like this name.
But like going back to the whole storytelling and like the whole era thing. The reason I have those terms is because of Bayside, because like they have so many albums out. I don't know exactly how many because I'm not like the biggest Bayside fan ever, but like I really appreciate and enjoy their music. But yeah, like each one is a different kind of era of like what's going on in their lives and stuff. Like oh my gosh, was it 2 albums ago? It was about...
yeah, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah, sure, it was. You know, it was about the lead singer, Anthony Ranieri. He's getting over his wife. They just, got a divorce and everything.
Was it due to music?
Was it what?
Was it due to music, as in like touring and whatnot? Sometimes that's the harsh reality, not to kind of go off of that.
Due to music. I mean, I'm
going to ask you questions that I know nothing about, but I'm actually interested about. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, side note, like, being a musician and, like, dating people is hard.
Yeah.
Because, like...
And don't do, you can name the band, I'm not going to say it, Paramore, but if you do that band, don't date your fellow members, because that destroys things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It could be 2 dudes in the band, 2 chicks in the band. It doesn't, no. That's bad. That's bad. Unless that's your thing. You're like, we're a married couple and we're gonna lead this band.
What's the phrase? Don't shit where you
eat.
Yeah, don't shit where you eat.
But eat where you shit. So that's basically the main thing that you want to do. So there's a big difference. Don't get that confused. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just.
How would that see? Don't shit where you eat, but eat where you shit. How would that? I mean,
I wouldn't.
If you were to say that, it sounds like
like a sandwich on the toilet. Like I'm sure plenty of you have done that.
Not to go to diarrhea and toilet humor. No offense. I feel like that's more acceptable. If I was eating a sandwich while I was doing business versus I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? Take a shit. And like I feel like that's more acceptable though. Hence why it's a conundrum if you actually think about it. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah,
he's kind of correct on that. I would rather do that than the other way around. But either way, putting that where you eat is not.
Yeah.
It's not good. So sorry, segue on that one.
Food in the kitchen, other things in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, not in the kitchen.
Yeah, but yeah, going back to the album, yeah, it's just about him, like, coming to terms with the whole thing and, even better example, actually, Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah, I really hate that band.
I'm sorry.
It's the metal in me. I'm not disagreeing. You can be like, he is wrong. I agree with her that I'm wrong. It's fine.
I love Death Cab for Cutie. Like,
I know of them, and I know who they are. Would it be the first time I think, hey, I'll listen to that for a lady friend? So, yeah.
No, I know. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those bands where it's, well, I don't know. Whatever. I take it back. But yeah.
You can't. It's there, so you can't take it. They're going to hear it. They'll rewind it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what she said.
But, okay, so, like, one of the albums is about, like, Zoe Deschanel and Ben Gibbard, the lead singer, them getting divorced because she just got onto New Girl. You know that show, New Girl.
Yeah,
I've only watched one episode.
Well, she's making the actor money, and he's making the I'm
musician
not an actor money.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So, you know, he's kind of seeing like, oh, she is just getting very distant from me, and I'm over here just being a musician, you know. And then the next album, their latest album is more so like, I have now moved on. I'm like becoming a better person and all this stuff. So that's really cool. I like the albums that kind of, just continue on with, you know, your life and just tell a little bit about what's going on in your life, but again, keeping it elusive, because you don't want to just straight up say like, my wife dumped me.
I mean, you could bring back the emo.
My wife dumped me.
Apparently, the emo scene's supposed to come back. They're trying to push that with like the dudes that look like chicks and chicks that look like chicks. So,
do you ever listen to It Dies Today?
It sounds like an emo band.
Yeah, I don't know. Did anyone listen to that band, or was it just me?
It Dies Today.
It Dies
like,
Today.
Literally, that's how it... I mean, I guess it depends on how you say it.
It was one of those, like, 2007 bands.
Well, I was... Oof. Someone I was dating at the time, they were a big fan of The Used. And I had that on a mix thing that she gave me, and I was like, the fuck is this? And I'm like, hey, do you want to listen to good music? And then... Well, I was like, I'm pretty open to most stuff, but that I was like,
this is not.
Wow. He's like, can you learn to play that song? I'm like, no, not ever.
No.
Like, even as a drummer, you'd probably be like, yeah, I'm not playing this garbage.
No.
I'm not saying you're a music elitist, but I was like, some of that, I'll pass. Check some real quick.
Yeah. How many bands have you been in, John?
Let's see here. I've been in, well, let's see, maybe 4 or 5.
Did any of them ever have like a DJ in them? Because that was a thing for a long time.
Are you talking about like the Limp Bizkit shit?
Yeah,
because we are considering.
People got really into that.
Yeah, the rap rock.
Yeah.
Fuck Fred Durst. He's just, his personality is not a very nice person. I'll say it, then you can just agree with me that way. You're not the one that said it. I don't care. What's he gonna do? Call me like, I don't appreciate what you said about me, John.
Man?
You're Fred Durst. I'm nobody to you. So, well, one guy on that podcast that no one watches, he just said that.
Except Fred our friends Durst, and our moms.
And our moms, right?
Yeah. Hi, moms.
But no, I actually was looking. Someone posted. That I mean, I will agree with Fred Durst that Rollin' was my jam for a while. I was like, when that came out, I'm like, okay, it's that song. But like Wes Borland, what happened to that guy? He was there and just kind of disappeared and stuff.
I don't know.
But we're considering with that to kind of do, because we want live drum stuff, but we don't have a drummer currently.
Right.
And that's a work in progress. One of the other bands I'm doing, so that's why I kind of did like the solo project, so I don't have to do everything, so then we don't have to rely on anyone else.
It's hard. It's hard playing with other musicians, but it's also, and I was telling one of my friends earlier today too, like, how do I get better at being a musician and being a band? How did I learn bass so fast? I joined a band, didn't know how to play the instrument, and I learned how to play the instrument really fast.
I just learned how to play instruments because people pay me to teach them. Yeah. And they're like, can you learn this? I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to learn
now.
It's like, apparently, I know how to play accordion now, which I'm kind of sad. I was hoping to get an accordion student because I really wanted to learn it, even though I had reason to buy an accordion for no reason.
The only only people who are gonna want to learn how to play accordion are like 70s and 80s.
Unless they want to start a really cool mariachi band or polka band.
Should we tell the crowd about that one time with that one guy who quit lessons because he couldn't hear?
Oh yeah. So not that.
Side story. Yeah,
not that
Side story.
I'm assuming that where our place of work is.
The questions that we got were...
They were a little bit dated and seemed that some of the issues could have been a little brown in case that anyone, you probably caught what that was. And couldn't understand the words that came out of our mouths based on that. And I was like, well, I'm just not learning. I was like, hey.
Like, John, talk slow.
I was like,
it's not good enough.
Purposely, when I was like, hey, this is middle C.
No, it was, this is middle C.
And I was like, the
dude really couldn't hear.
Yeah.
You had to scream at him to talk to him.
And I doubt, if he watches that, this would be awesome because he knows who he is. But I doubt.
A 90-year-old dude.
Dude, that'd be crazy. I'm like, hey, he's talking trash about us. But,
he probably can't hear it.
Yeah, I loved Elderly. But to get into the places that we did stuff, needed assistance. Mm-hmm. And I was afraid of that assistance disappearing and we'd have an issue. But anyways, what I'm getting at is there's always interesting people in other classes. But no, I had another student that was definitely elderly. Dude, coolest dude ever. It sucks that he's went into medical stuff that we can't further his education, but hopefully sometime in the future.
Cross your fingers.
But no, music's always a good a fixer for things, like from special needs to recovering from a stroke, and I've worked with a plethora of that, and basically a lot of that just getting everything back.
We've literally worked with someone who could not see.
Yeah.
So we had to turn the lights off, or mostly turn the lights off to teach this kid how to play piano, and it worked. He enjoyed himself, and. Mm-hmm. That's what really matters, is just sharing the joy of music when it comes down to it.
I hate having to do that cliche of giving the gift of the music so they can give it to the next kind of generation things. But I wouldn't be doing stuff about music wise for podcast wise if I didn't enjoy that. Basically kind of doing music full time now as opposed to
that's the goal.
Working everything else. And it is a 9-to-5 job, but it's kind of not a 9-to-5 job at the same time.
Yeah, because, regardless, you get to practice at least 3 hours a day. You know what I mean?
I hate to come to work. I was like, literally, I almost play guitar all day.
Yeah. I get to play guitar, bass, sometimes piano. I get to sing.
I guess no one's here. Guess I'll just write some songs.
Yeah. That's the cool part about working at a music store.
Yeah.
A music store. Which one? I don't know.
Yeah. Just come find me somewhere. Just come. You find me and I'll tell you where I work. And then you can come get lessons.
They're
filling up quick. I'm running out of space. Time.
You are.
Which is good.
Time is the enemy, damn
it. But and now is where I would give a shout out to our sponsors, but I have none. So, all right. Anyways, going on with that. But the main thing with music wise is just kind of.
It's proven to improve yourself in so many ways.
Yeah, and even when
from strokes to mental disabilities, physical, all of that stuff, it helps. Memory, people do amazing things.
Well, and just kind of learning what they're even when I work with any special needs, learning what their one word means in 20 different languages. Not languages, but if it was yes.
Yeah.
How the different forms of yes mean yes, no, I like this, no, let's try this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then seeing the excitement when they kind of figure out they're good at it and reinforcing that. Not just I don't like any teacher that sounds really bad, but I don't like when it's just always, good job, good job. No, let them know you're making a mistake, but constructively, hey, if you do this, you won't make the mistake.
Right.
But it's always oh yeah, good job. Oh yeah, good job. And then they're just playing
good
hot
job,
garbage.
do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always sucks too, especially when you get anyone, which you even dealt with that has the talent, but just doesn't want to apply it. I was like, man, you could be really good on this.
I was just telling a parent the other day, the same thing, and how I used to be like that. Like I would just not practice, and then I'd go to class, and my instructor would be like, "Did you practice this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, totally, I did." And then obviously I did not. And
I'm gonna crack this open because I've been wanting to try that.
And then he'd go talk to my parents and be like, if she just practiced 15 minutes a day or whatever, she could be a master at this tomorrow. And I never understood that until I got to music school and had to do it and had to practice or I would fail. That made me realize, oh, maybe practice is worth it.
But even that too, it's like, that's kind of like, not that I didn't want to practice, but why I kind of didn't want to go to music school. But at the same time, I was like,
it burns you out. But
I don't know if this needs a cork or not. If this is one of those.
I shouldn't say music school burns you out. It doesn't. It's just it's mentally and physically.
They're gonna be judging me that I can't open this shit.
That's okay.
I don't know what's going on here.
Music school is hard. It can be fun. Like I had a blast. I would do it over again a million times, but like it was definitely hard. I tell this to people all the time. I think I cried like once a week the last semester of college. I was just so done. And then someone offered me a position in their like apprenticeship thing for a master's degree, and I considered it, but then I was like, I'm crying like every other day. Like I can't do
You'd be crying
more.
at work.
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
I basically was. I was like crying at work, crying at home, crying just all the time because it was just so mentally hard that last semester. But like obviously I got through it. Ta-da, I have a big old piece of paper that I'm paying off. But I'm applying it.
Which I can go even farther. I was like, I didn't go to school for music, but I am classically trained.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
You still can do that. And I was just like, I still have a giant. I'm applying it. And then the degree I have just says I can do stuff. Mm-hmm. Which parents can be like, they shouldn't tell people this. Well, guess what? If you go to school for stuff that you enjoy, you probably can make money. Because what I went to school for, it's gonna be a fancy lawyer. I didn't want to pay anymore, but did well in that. But I was like, I don't want to pay any more money. And then I did other stuff, and I was like, oh wait, I have this other skill that I'm actually really good at,
music,
and I can make money doing this.
Yeah,
so, but music school, I don't necessarily. It's weird because
that was the worst part about college, honestly.
I'd go as far as like you don't need a music degree. Or any to prove that you can teach music. Even I'd say like, which is like, well, you need this. I was like, if like at a middle school level, whatever, band director, anything you want to do, as long as you understand what you're doing. Now, there's a granted.
I wouldn't want to be a band director.
Joe Schmo. Yeah, you got to have the degrees that says, okay, I can do this. I can read music. I can blah blah blah. Yes, that should be like a prerequisite. But it's the same thing as I have this piece of paper that says I did whatever at college, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to mean I'm going to be a good... Well, I want you to have that if you're a doctor. But like certain things like... Yeah, but if you have like a doctorates in paleontology, doesn't mean you're going to be a good paleontologist.
Someone out there is really angry at you.
Yeah, they're going to be like, I have all these fancy degrees. Yeah, I know a lot of brilliant people with no degrees. And I was like, but they don't get... it. I'm not even saying that, within intelligence or anything like that. I was like, it could be anything. You could be... You don't need to be a good football. You have a football degree to be a football player. Like, well, it's not the same. It pretty much is. You either
football degree.
Yeah, right. You bet. It's like, well, I went for sports medicine. Now I'm a pro athlete. It doesn't work that way. Same thing with that. Musician. You can have all the degrees in the world. Doesn't mean you're going to be the next. I don't know, John Mayer.
Well, it doesn't John mean Mayer you're going to be the next
what?
Bach. That's for
Bach.
Sure.
And we'll talk about that another time. But all right, so what I'm trying here is I went to a wine tasting, and I found out that I like Shiraz, Like, what's cheap wine? I don't care. It's delicious. I don't know if it's cheap or expensive. Apparently it's expensive. So.
Oh, you got that from a...
No. Not a gift from Cooper. It's like I said, Cooper's Hawk. It was good. We went there. No, this is Francis Coppola. So I don't know if this is any good. I wanted some wine. And I wanted to see if this was any good.
Doesn't Jack Black say something about wine? Oh, man.
I like Jack Black stuff.
Wine.
I will say this.
I could just hear him saying wine.
In the future, I will. I got to work on it, but for my solo stuff, I will be doing a good amount of Tenacious D. So
don't you want a little taste of the glory?
So let's see what this. I'm gonna let it aerate a little bit. It smells odd.
Well, yeah, because there's champagne and orange juice in that.
Yeah, we're just going. We're gonna taste it. It's gonna mix. They're both fruits. They're both from some sort of grape. So.
Yeah, so we already mentioned this, that we were drinking mimosas, but there was this one time at band practice that I don't know what came. Oh, I think we were just talking about
wow, this is good. You want to try this real quick?
Like Game of Thrones or something, and I accidentally called Jason Momoa Jason Mimosa. And the very next practice, John like got this huge bottle of like already pre-made mimosas.
We were drinking us a nice tall cool glass of Jason Mimosa.
Yeah.
So
next time I'm on this podcast, we're gonna make a Jason Mimosa.
Jason Momoa is awesome. I don't like all his movies, but I like Jason Momoa. There's probably make some people angry, like, why do you like Jason Momoa? I don't know. He's cool dude. That's pretty good, right?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
good.
I am not an authority at all. This is Francis Coppola's. Does this have to do with the director? I don't know. There's a bunch of these. They're like, that is shit wine. I don't know. I'm trying it. It tastes delicious to me. I don't have a palate for that. It's a 2016. Like it means anything to me. I don't know. It's in a bottle that's green.
It aged somehow.
So, yeah, it's made from fruit.
You know what John and I were talking about before the podcast? So I brought the orange juice, and like I said it was off brand, but like technically Meyer is a brand because I got it from Meyer, not sponsored.
I mean, if Myers wants to sponsor, do they sponsor musicians? I don't think so.
No.
This musician is sponsored by Meyer.
Taco Bell.
I do love Taco Bell.
Feed the beat. But Meyer is a brand because Meyer is Meyer. Thoughts?
That's pretty good.
Comment below.
Yeah.
Is Meyer a name brand or not? Why?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, is it? I don't know. And on that note, it wouldn't be a tight talk if we didn't start going randomly into food, because food is such a good. It is like, I think all musicians in general, the two things that you need, especially tour wise, is food and where's the best shitter. Because if you don't have a good bathroom, and now that I didn't know, like when I found out about the app, there's an app for just where there's good bathrooms. You didn't know that? There is an app that for touring musicians, they put where you should go to the bathroom and stuff like that. I don't remember the app. I need to find it. Once I find it, I'll put the link there.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
Holy
shit. And if there's not, I just invented it. But I'm pretty sure I thought I heard that, but maybe I made it up in my head on a dream. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure there is because I was seeing it on something.
Do you like favorite the toilet?
No, I think like you put, it's kind of like a Yelp but for bathrooms, and like you rate it like this bathroom was shit. No pun intended.
In.
Yeah, like or it's friendly to like touring musician wise and stuff like that. Granted, I'm not going all over the U.S. currently, but
right.
You know, you can make that more convenient for you. Get that out of the way.
It's fine. I could put it over here, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but the stars are dangerous. I'm going to fix that next time. But anyways, going back to the food thing. So let's get like basically which you'll see in further segments because I got some other coworkers and musicians that will be on here. But talking about our different tastes and stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to see if I can line them up perfectly. You know how they have Shark Week? We'll have like Meat Month. And it'll be all the musicians that I know that do grilling and smoking and stuff like that. And then maybe I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys, that I can do a live podcast. It'll be the meet and greet. But literally, it's going to be all
meat.
of us. Yeah, it's just the people that
Just
and everyone's going to be making a dish. I'm going to do it live while we're grilling outside. So hopefully that's going to be. We'll hopefully shoot on one of the warmer days. But if you like,
is just soon.
If you like what we're doing or what I'm doing, we'll be we. I'm referring to myself in third person. If you like what John's doing, hopefully I'll have the Patreon up soon.
/Smeagol.
Yeah, right. And we'll get that up there, and then hopefully anything that you just like and share this. That'd be. You don't have to like it. You can give me a thumbs down,
share,
but
subscribe.
share it and just tell everyone how much you hate this podcast, and then that'll help me, and then that'll help everyone else, especially Peyton here, Peyton Cox. But no, continuing on. Which is helping because we like food and whatnot. No, I just went to that barbecue place. I'll even a shout out to them because I think they're really awesome. We went to Mission Barbecue today. I went there and then I went back again today, and they're like, "You're back again." I was like, "I had to get my parents." Yeah, the second time. I didn't eat
that's
twice.
What you got. Okay,
yeah, so my parents wanted some food.
Yeah.
And I was out in the area, and they're like, "Hey, we can go there." So I will, and you can argue with me to not having barbecue out here to having that. It was delightful. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I might consider going back tomorrow. I found $30 that I didn't know I had the other day. Not the other day. And I was like, you know what? No, yeah, it was in like one of my bags.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, I'm using that today. So basically, I got literally everything I want. I'm like, I don't care how much it is. I'm just buying.
Just this. I
spent $20 in food.
Another meat. It looked good.
It tasted. It was
I think
good.
when I saw from Nick posted something, and he got like a bunch of meats too. And
yeah, and I trust Nick in his food selections.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You'll see Nick on here. He's got a sweet beard that I wish I had.
Yeah. Stacks. He likes Stacks. Just talk about Stacks.
I haven't went there yet. I need to try.
I
that.
went
That's
there
the
one time.
Valpo?
Yeah, and the atmosphere is like so cool, and it's hidden. Okay, you're not gonna realize that you're walking into this place. Because I didn't realize it, and I'm like, this is a joke. I'm going to get murdered. Like, this is not where the entrance of Stacks is. And walked in, and it was awesome.
Isn't Stacks, isn't it where that it was old prison? There was a grill there. It's on the...
Something like that. It's in a building.
For people
like
that know the area,
building.
I'll talk about real quick. Do you know where Perea is? Not Perea. It's in downtown Valpo. But there's it's a I don't know. My buddy used to be the executive chef there. Anyways, do you know where Papa John's is in Valpo?
Oh man.
Anyways,
no.
Well, this is dead right here. All right, cool. We're gonna have some dead space. Anyways, going on there, I think the reason it looks like that is because it took over the spot that used to be. It used to be a prison, and they made it to like a steakhouse, and they went there, and then they took over that, and that's why maybe it kind of looks like you're like, what the hell am I going into?
Yeah, it looks so weird, but. Anyway, back to food.
Yeah.
Yes, talk about food.
But yeah, barbecue. I definitely enjoy that guy.
Yes.
A common theme we've had on here before was, what would you think is an indie food? Like we've got stuff that could be
indie
metal.
Food.
Like let's say like if you had to pick a food, what if I ate this?
Something
like, this is
vegan.
Indie. Yes, vegan stuff. I think that would make sense. Do you have anything specific? And the main thing is say what you're thinking.
Falafel.
I love falafel.
I love falafel.
I don't like falafel as much as I do. I don't like India as much as I like falafel.
Maybe not falafel then.
Well, you know what? I mean, because when I think India, I think hipsters. So like scarves, mustaches. Loosely fitting shirts, skinny jeans, maybe some rolled pant legs.
That'll happen once summer starts. Is I'll roll the jeans a little bit, but the ankles got to be warm, you know. Oh man, I can't think of something that's indie.
I have fantastic ankles and calves. Payne can attest.
Yes,
I look fantastic in shorts. So.
I'm trying to think it. A smoothie. I don't know. A
smoothie or something like that. Yeah. No, it's weird to kind of personify. like we had like was it
something
kale, something boring and tasteless that people are like, this is good. I like it. It's good for you, right? Like that kind of feel. Or,
yeah.
Because indie is a niche. So no matter what, like
it totally
you either
is.
really don't like it, or you like it. I don't think there's in between. Because like if someone says, "Oh, I like indie," they're lying. They don't or they do. I don't think there's a.
By the way, I like eat all kinds of food. Like,
yeah,
I like
the
meats.
We're just talking about that,
and I like the vegetarian options and the vegan options. I like food. If I can eat it, I will try it unless it's a bug. Like, don't give me a bug.
I'll try it. I don't care. As long as I heard it's supposed to be delicious. As long as it doesn't smell bad.
Maybe like a chocolate covered bug or something like that. But again, like it's gotta be like it can't just be the straight up bug. Like, don't give me that. But I'd probably like eat a fried bug. I don't know.
You never know. I'm open as long as it doesn't smell bad. The main thing I look at, I'll say like, I forget we came across with like a very metal food. It was like if you know your meats, so like a flank steak that's been like pulverized. So flank steak's usually very chewy, if you didn't know like that. Like a flank steak, pulverized, covered in like chili powder, chili pepper, spicy, popped in the grill, just high heat. Slice that shit and eat it. That's it. Metal.
Kuma's Corner.
I love Kuma's Corner. Now can we say that burgers are metal, or is that taken away from somebody else? Is that maybe it's the way you make the burger?
Burgers can be metal as fuck. They can be indie as fuck. They can be.
I feel like an indie burger it's got maybe.
But same with pizza too. Pizza and burgers.
Yeah, who can claim it? If we had to, like, I'm not taking anyone's side, but is it more metal or is it more indie? Like, that's almost like two opposite genres. But there's still the cool thing about indie and I'd say even metal. They both involve some sort of emotion, but opposite spectrums. Because I like the rage, and that's why I'm a normally. I feel like this is progressively going down. I have to keep adjusting.
I think it is.
Oh, yours is. Yeah,
Mine
you want to hear tighten. What's that called? The knobby. I don't.
It's just.
Nope, you went the wrong way. Now it's worse. You made it worse. Sorry about all this noise. So that should be good.
I don't want to over tighten it, but that's just going to have to happen.
That'd be fun. Oh, that is going
Sorry,
down.
Proline.
Let's tighten it again. I just go as tight as possible. I don't care. All right, that should be good. Sorry about the noises. All right, that should be good.
Thanks, y'all.
Anyways, no, like really, yeah. Is there
pizza?
Let's start with pizza.
Pizza. So who's calling me and why? Brandon Gill. Oh my goodness, he's probably calling me for a job-related question.
He was telling me about not about his business, but I was like, oh, good for him.
He's
checking some stuff out.
I feel bad that I'm not answering him, but
yeah, this is how I'm going. We can give him a call and we'll wrap this up in a little bit. Anyways, we're getting kind of close. We're on that hour mark. So
sorry, Brandon.
You understand? You can hear.
Hopefully it's nothing. Call Amanda. Jeez.
If you really want to be like, hey, what's up? I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Yes. I'm just gonna say, call Amanda. But
anyways, I always like posing that. Like, what is a metal food, or what you can constitute? I forgot there was. I'm gonna have to listen back some other ones. Oh, and I haven't forgot. We had Steve Morris on here. You remember Steve? I do know Steve. He gives me shit for not having the part 2. We just never got to it. And we will have that part 2 coming up. And hopefully, I'm either going to come to him. I want to give a shout out to Darling. I'm going to see her last name wrong. Stubing. She's good people's. Fantastic promoters, Live. I love working with her. I plan on getting her on here, talk about her stuff that she's got going on and whatnot. You may know her from recently at Another Hole in the Wall. That was her venue. Do you remember that place out in Steger, Illinois? Fucking killer. I sure do. I missed that place. That was really, really cool. I think I've been to a couple shows there for sure. I got to play there a bunch of times. Sure. It was cool. The powers that be couldn't keep it open there. So, but she's still hitting hard. So kind of going from there. So anything urgent for him or? Kind of. I mean, it's something that I said in my email a couple days ago that should have been looked at. But we can cut it now. I mean, basically, I feel bad. Is there anything else? I like doing this. It's well, I'll have hopefully either you could probably come on again. I've been the guinea pig for this. Yeah, so appreciate any of the weird stuff that's going on. Hopefully, everything will be more streamlined. But like I said, like or hate, but subscribe, share, tell how bad I am at this, or I should stop doing this. And it'd be greatly appreciated. Basically, check out. I don't know why I was going to say We Happy Few. That's a game.
That
is not your band, and I didn't write it down because I'm a bad person.
This Happy Crisis.
Yeah, This Happy Crisis.
Yes.
I'm assuming everything at Instagram's the.
Yeah, it's just
Facebook's.
the name. This Happy Crisis. It's not like music or band at the end of it or anything like that. Yeah, check out the music. We've got stuff coming hopefully pretty soon. I'm trying to like expedite the process as quickly as possible. Yo.
That's my phone. I apologize for that. I'm terrible. If you heard that, that's Torque from Borderlands.
Short plug. I'm wearing my friend's shirt from
Jupiter Styles?
Yeah, Jupiter Styles. His name's Sean Newman. He's awesome, and I just wanted to put that in there because like his music. I've been listening to his music since high school, and like I just think he's the coolest person ever. And
Hello, Sean.
He's now in a band called Rat Boys.
If you're in the area,
they're a Chicago-based band.
Yeah, if you're in the area and you're like, hey, let's chat, and you like this stuff,
yeah,
let me know. Get a hold of me on the socials. I respond direct. The way to contact me will be all up in the profile info. So hit me up. Hit Peyton up if you know her better. I'm sure you know her better than I do. Right? But who knows? Anyways, no. The main thing with that, This Happy Crisis.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you want to get to know, or will that be in all your extra bios and stuff?
I mean, I got the band. I have. It's me and Taylor, and we actually call ourselves Taylor and I, because we both play the same exact acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
And her name's Taylor, and I am I, so we're Taylor and I. And then I have like my own solo project that I haven't necessarily started, but I've claimed all the pages, because like that's kind of important, is just like claiming all the pages. Like once you figure out, you know, your band or whatever, like get the email, get the social media, get everything so that like it's yours. You've now claimed it. So I guess we'll put that in the link below
all the extra socials and stuff like that will be down there.
That's called Arbor Avenue. I could talk more about that, but I really won't. But that name was like, that name, I didn't actually come up with that name. It was something that a friend, and I hate to say former friend, came up with that. We used to be in a band together, and he kind of ghosted me, so that's really cool. But whatever. Arbor Avenue, Taylor and I, This Happy Crisis. I have a lot of things going on. Yeah.
It's all good. Well, anyways, once again, subscribe, share, send hate. I'm hoping to basically try to do for anyone that's interested in if for some reason we end up needing more, I'll try to get on here, but hopefully maybe 2 a month. Whenever this releases, when the first release will be. But stay tuned for anything else. Along with more of the project I have, this is basically Tight Talks with Time is Enemy. Follow Time is Enemy Media. Link will be in the bio. Also, my solo project stuff. JCAB Music, JCAB_music. It is on all the socials and whatnot. Follow that, and then also follow my other band, or the band that I'm in, Hardlock. That's HERDLOCKE underscore with an E at the end of it, also in the bio. But once again, yes. So thanks for, if you stayed this long or skipped ahead or you made it to this point, well, this is
thank you anyway.
Number 1 for the new year of 2020. Yeah. Hopefully many, many more. Once again, I'm here with Peyton Cox. But other than that, be sure to share and stay tuned for more and whatnot. Anything else that you have or need?
Thanks for listening to us rant.
Yeah, it's good times. Hopefully, and if it's not good times, then too bad. But all right, thanks again. Yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully whenever the next one comes out.